So what did you think of Pacific Rim?
Not too bad. I mean, it looks like something that re-energized the whole monster movie franchise, giant monsters, and the effects were actually really good.
What effects?
All the
It was all CG, dude.
yeah, all the CG effects. You know,
I don't know. That is a bit of a story with me. If you have the special effects and there's CG effects, in terms of you can do a lot with CG,
yeah,
but if it doesn't look real,
yeah.
you don't feel like there's danger involved.
Yeah, and that I think was.
And sci-fi has a lot of problems with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the thing that I really noticed about Pacific Rim. Yes, the CG effects were, you know,
Pretty good.
yeah, they were good, but at the same time, you know, they're not trying to be extremely realistic and.
Yeah, sorry. This
I,
tripod sucks.
I noticed. Anyway, like I said, they're not trying to be extremely realistic. And the movie's just trying to do something that I think most movies seem to really lack nowadays, which is go out there and make you have fun.
Yeah, this was a good summer movie.
Yeah.
You know, for May and then all up into June.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it in theaters. Although I never stayed for the credits that Ron Perlman's character survived. That was where's my shoe?
Yes.
Uh,
Well,
actually, I took my grandmother to see this with me.
Huh.
My grandma has a problem with some movies if there's a lot of language in it.
Yeah.
Not too much language.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like, you know, it was something on Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back level, which was
That was so far.
yeah, it was ridiculous. But yeah, this movie definitely.
It was a springboard movie for Godzilla, the new Godzilla film.
Yeah.
You know, you get all the kinks work out, the effects. You know, it looks like it would work.
Yeah. Now I definitely
Definitely
want to see what the new Godzilla film holds.
Yeah. We're all in the CG age.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of sad to see like practical effects go to waste because Americans can do really good practical effects. Zarkor, for example,
Yeah.
that looked pretty dang cool.
Yeah. And it's like I'm also a fan of the Puppet Master films, at least the first 5 from the 90s. Those are all really good practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately,
Yeah. Then I think it costs more to do CG work than it does to make a suit.
and either way, you know, you've got CG being pumped down our throats.
Well,
And sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's cringe.
I think this movie might have been a little bit better. Not better, but if it had taken a different approach to went with the Starship Troopers invasion approach,
Yeah, like make it essentially an all CG film.
it would have worked. But I think, as I said before, Springboard, they also had to work with real life characters.
Yeah,
It looks good for what it is.
yeah, and the actual inside cockpits and everything, you know, all the effects there were pretty good.
And they make sense.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
but yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of to say about it.
But it ended up being just like another sci-fi monster movie in the end. It's what it feels like.
Yeah, but it's one of the good sci-fi monster movies, not, oh hey, here's this monster. Oh hey, it's going to get taken down by modern technology.
Yeah. Then again, I love the how it should have ending those guys. How it should have ending. You guys know if YouTubers you know what I'm talking about. That was pretty fun.
Yeah,
And that is a good point. If they had the sword all along, why not whip that out or have that in the beginning? Because if those were category 4s and you rip through it and like like butter.
Yeah, it's like, hey, wait, here's this.
Overpowered sword.
Yeah.
And we have them in both our arms.
Yep.
I was kind of disappointed in the variety of monsters.
Yeah.
They were all fish.
Yeah.
One was a bat, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not dissatisfied with the variety of monsters. I'm satisfied with only how much they show up.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have liked to have seen the other fights too.
Yeah, that and I'd love to.
Like when they were winning. Show us when they were winning.
Yeah. That and I'd love to see and at least understand, okay, how the hell is it that a friggin' giant fish can not only fire acid but also fire an EMP?
Well, he could have eel, and maybe he reversed the pulse of his electricity.
I
It's a
heard
freaking
that.
bat. Who knows?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we should just chalk that one up to
It's a movie.
movie monster, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Then again, these were genetically engineered clones, so
Yeah.
they could do whatever the hell they want with them.
Yeah. Genetically engineered clones where George Lucas isn't involved.
Yeah, this was like a technology versus biology in a sense.
Yeah.
Kind of like with the first season of Power Rangers, in the sense of magic versus technology.
Yeah.
And Zeo being a hybrid of the two, and it's magic and technology versus technology.
Yeah.
But that's Linkar's, that's his territory we're stepping on.
Yeah. And he's back very slowly. Yes.
Yeah. But Guillermo del Toro, when he made Hellboy, there was like a Hellboy cartoon
Yeah.
or anime or something. I want them to do something with that, something like that with this.
Yeah, I'd love to see little animated movies of this as well.
Well, more like a TV show,
Movies, TV shows,
like
Some
like
sort
40-minute special or
yeah,
something.
some sort of tie.
I can see these. I can see Gypsy Dancer as a cartoonish kind of thing.
Yeah.
'Cause I've seen but they do it like one of those '90s animes.
Yeah.
Like late 80s but early 90s. So, like the animation's good, but it looks old.
Yeah.
Kind of like the police knots from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I know what you're going at.
Like that. Do it in that style.
Yeah, go for an older anime style.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of anime recently, and they look pretty dang good, but they seem to go overboard with the shadow effects.
Yes.
It's like those artists who like look at that actual. You know the guy. Who's the artist who did the famous fruit bowl?
Oh,
Rembrandt? Was it Rembrandt?
I think it was.
Fresco. That's it. Fresco. Like he actually took the objects he was going to draw,
Yeah.
or paint, and then he actually made them. Then he painted them because he knew all the lines and curves.
Yeah.
But a lot of anime's doing that,
And
and it looks realistic, but it's still.
yeah.
I can't. I
still goes overboard.
can only say cartoon because it doesn't look real. It still doesn't look
Right,
real.
right. It goes overboard.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think that they could have, I mean, this movie was advertised pretty well,
oh yeah.
and the critics loved this.
Oh yeah.
4 stars.
Yeah. But I think more importantly than the critics loving it is the fact that, people, the fans, actually loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, critics are just one thing. It's the actual fans who really carry or destroy a movie.
Yeah. Although Guillermo del Toro, he has a knack for pulling you into the universe he creates.
Oh yeah, Pan's Labyrinth, even with all of its subtitles, was definitely a unique experiment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I wasn't sure if I was watching a children's film, a bizarre fantasy, or a horror movie.
Yeah. Maybe, actually, it would be kind of cool if it was like if they did do a cartoon prequel using
Yeah.
Hayao Miyazaki's kind of style.
Yeah, that'd definitely be awesome.
People would see it. I don't think people saw. Well, what's the recent one he did? It was like kind of like The Borrowers.
Oh, Secret World of Arrietty.
Yeah.
That in my opinion wasn't too terrible.
Well, I didn't say it was terrible. I'm just saying I don't think really a lot of people saw it, and it's Disney.
Yeah.
Disney helped with it.
Yeah. And I know that for the most part,
Hayao Miyazaki's animation, but not the face. Not the face. The face. I have a problem with Hayao Miyazaki's faces.
yeah, sometimes.
Because everyone looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
It really.
He has a very distinctive style where
It works though.
when he goes to make his faces, you can tell.
Maybe have like a joint. Guillermo del Toro and Hayao Miyazaki.
Oh.
He does the face. Guillermo does the faces. Hayao Miyazaki does the animation. The rest of the animation.
Ooh. That could be a very interesting concept.
But the mechs still look the same.
Oh yeah, the mech's still looking the same.
Yeah, the mech. I have a problem with people making mechs because I did not like Gurren Lagann from a mech standpoint. I didn't like. What's that one people were craning about a couple of years ago?
Oh.
It was around the time that Gundam 00 was around. Had like 2 seasons. I think one of the characters' name was Zero.
Okay.
Wore a mask. He was a masked pilot. This is gonna bug us. I should know
Yeah.
it, but then that's probably a good thing since I've linked it out of my memory. But I did. The mechs were okay, but the thing is, Gundam's always going to be in my mind.
Yeah.
The thing is, I always think Gundam is, at least from the older ones, they're always going to be the best in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I don't like Gundam 00 because there's no way people that pretty can pilot these dang things.
No.
Domo made sense. He was like 22.
Yeah. But
Amuro Ray, he works.
Hmm.
Because they say he's a kid.
yeah.
Setsuna's supposed to be 17, he looks 14. He's too dang short.
Yeah, I've noticed that that's the one thing that does bug me about anime most of the time.
They
You
make
never-
characters look too old, but they make them look younger than they are.
Yeah, that they either make them
Gundam's,
look too young, or they make them look, or they try to pass them off as too old, or
Mega Man Zero is notorious for that.
or the figure for most of them is primarily the same. You know, you never see some fat dude playing the hero.
Well, apparently, I could go into that. Apparently, they don't want to see a fat slob.
Yeah.
It's whatever they want to see.
And see, I want to see one where, you know, there's this fat dude who just lives in his mom's basement most of his life, and then, you know, some cataclysmic event comes along and he ends up having to play the hero.
There are a few fat heroes out there, but not a lot.
Yeah.
What was his name? Fat Man and from Freakazoid, the fat guy.
Yeah,
Fat
Fat Man and Boy Blubber.
Man. Boy Blubber.
Dear God, I can't believe we're making that reference, but... And of course, there's Choji from Naruto.
Don't talk about him. Or Naruto.
Oh, okay, well, I don't say I'm hard
But I think we're deterring from the fact that Pacific Rim is an awesome film.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely something
Didn't in the Evangelion? Didn't they fight monsters too?
Yes, they did.
Oh my god! I don't like Ava. I just don't like Ava from a mech standpoint.
Yeah. Ava was far too unusual
really,
for
really
me at the time.
Yeah, it's really artsy.
Yeah. It's like...
Well, it's a story about the pilots
Yeah.
more than the mechs, but
So,
as I said before, Gundam will always have that mix of mech and pilot.
yeah, and in a way that's kind of like how this was. It's like, yes, you had the stories with the pilots and you had the people and all that.
The
But
mech
at the same time,
the mech was only as good as the pilot.
yep. At the same time with this, you also had, you know, enough action to where, oh, the monsters weren't just there for a couple of minutes and then gone. You know,
That's Godzilla 1998, dude.
yeah. Some of these fights lasted, you know, a good 5-10 minutes. And
Maybe for battle ones.
yeah. They were, you know, key parts of the freaking movie. They weren't just
Yeah.
there for show.
There was a little bit of lag in the beginning, though.
Oh yeah.
We should like one monster fight, and it's like maybe 15 minutes of nothing.
Yeah.
Of course, that's called getting used to the world you're in.
Yeah. Nice little introduction that
He did this. He did the same thing with Hellboy.
Yeah. I think he likes to balance it out though to where, you know, there's action when necessary and
Well, they did
storytelling.
say they were cutting their funding. They were. This would be the last thing they did.
Yeah.
All or nothing, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's good. Hopefully they do some. They don't just leave it there, even though there's nothing to go on afterwards. But there's stuff before it.